So welcome back. Now we're going to talk about how to fix your prices. It's this export thing is all about prices. It's all about how much are you selling your products. What is your profit? You understand? That is what it's all about. So how do you fix your prices? Remember, in fixing prices, you must note that these products you're selling are being sold abroad. So for somebody to be interested in buying from you, is basically because your price is right. Every other thing you're telling them is, trust. They have to believe that it's organic. They have to believe that it's properly processed and packaged. They have to believe. But what will excite them the most is that your pricing is right. Remember, there's basically nothing you're sending abroad that is not abroad. Nothing. It is just the right pricing that will attract them. So it's very important that we don't get greedy when we start fixing prices. So first thing you do is procure your goods. Now when you finish procuring your goods, you build up the cost. How much did I buy this? What was the transportation cost? What are the packagings that I used? How did I package? What you put everything together. Did I sleep somewhere? Did I have to travel to one state to buy? What was the transport cost? Did they have to move it from one state to where I am? What was the cost? So when you have ascertained all of that, now you have built your price. When you have built your price, you now weigh these products. When you weigh them, you now divide the pricing, the amount it cost you with the weight. What did you weigh? Now let me take it for example. Let's say you bought dried fish. You bought by the time you put your cost, the transport, the movement, the delivery, the packaging and everything, maybe it came to 10,000. Now you weigh it. By the time you put it on a scale, it's weighing 10 kg. You just use that 10,000 you bought, divide it by 10 kg, and you find out that each kg of that dried fish cost 1,000. Because the 10,000 naira you bought it, if you divide it by 10 kg, it will give you 1,000. That means each kg is 1,000. Now that will now help you access how much profit do I want to make on each kg. I have identified that each of these, because you're going to package it in exportation, packaging, weighing is a whole lot. We're going to talk about the small things you need. A scale, small scale for you, just a very small scale, that will cost you like 4,000 to 5,000 is okay. That scale is just a 5 kg scale. You can weigh 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, and then ship. So when you weigh it and you have you divide the cost price with the weight, you know how much 1 kg costs. You now ask yourself, so how much am I going to put on this product? You now decide, okay, I'm going to times it by 100%. So that 1,000, instead of selling in 1,000, you say it's 2,000. You can also say, it depends on what you're selling, how much you bought it. You can also say, okay, I'm going to add 50%, 200% self. It depends on. But please, before you start tackling prices, try and get to African stores on the internet, on Google. Find out how much does 1 kg of dried fish sell in California. How much does 1 kg of dried fish sell in Houston? Do you understand? Get to an African store. African stores they will tell you 1 kg of dried fish in that place. You can also try in Walmart. You can also try in Amazon. You can find out the prices so that it can guide you. So if 1 kg of dried fish is selling for like say $15, that is not the cost you want to put. Your own must come down to like $10 or $11. You understand? It has to be lower. so that the person is saving something. I know somebody that has a store abroad. She'll just tell me, because of 10 cents, somebody will leave her store and go to, another store that is even farther away, not minding the gas that the person, or the fuel the person is using to travel. Just feels like she just saved something. How much more if you're saving the person $5, $4, and maybe it's not just one the person is buying. The person might be buying like those one kg. She might just say, send me 40 kg. So imagine that you save the person $4, 4 times 40 kg. The person has already been saved a lot of money. So it means a whole lot that you're saving the person money. So you must be able to, compare prices so that you don't even come so close. Remember, if it's going for $15 in US and you're selling for 14 or 13.5 or thereabout, the person might consider, what if there's a problem in transit? What if they are seized? What if they crush before they get to her? What if? All that what if is because there is basically no price difference. They'll just say, why not take what I'm seeing off the shelf, the one I am very sure of. There are no weevils, there are no insects, there are no it's dried, it's good, it's already in the country. Why not just take it and run away from it? But when there's a price difference, they will not consider all of that. They will just say, oh, I'm saving up to $100, I'm saving up to $50. I'm willing to take that risk. So you will buy your product, you will get them together, find the cost. Remember that your shipping cost, always tell your clients the shipping cost separately. Do you understand? So that it does not reduce your profit. If you pack everything and you say this is $100, do you get? You now say, okay, shipping. When you get to your shippers, the shippers will tell you 1 kg is this, door to door is this, it's going to go get to the person's house, this is the cost. You now tell the person, this is the shipping price. The cost price of what I have bought for you, the price I'm selling to you is this, but this is the shipping price. So that you differentiate, because by the time you add the shipping price to your product, it's looking expensive. But remember, you should get to the person at a cost. Even when you include the shipping, it should get to the person at a cost that is cheaper than the products abroad. So you also have to, you have to also find out the shipper you want to use. Some people also add the shipping cost and then put everything together so that way they know it's $12 or $10 or $15, because by the time they start saying shipping is this, it will start. So you can also decide, find out from the shipper, please, how much is per kg. You add it to the cost of the fish. By the time you would have divided the weight, the amount by the weight, to find out 1 kg. You also get the price of shipping 1 kg to them, and then add it as cost, and then know what your profit is. That way, or you say this is the shipping price. You understand? So that you don't mess around with your profit. So putting a price is very, 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 very very, very important, because that is the whole idea. Remember what I said about contraband. Don't get into buying anything without finding out if it is contraband or not, please, so that you don't waste money. Because once you spend a client's money, that story has gone. The client wants the money back or the goods. So you're going to be very, very careful when you're buying things. Don't even set out to buy anything until you have discussed with the shippers whether these goods can go to that country. They're the ones that will always know, when there's an update on contraband. So they will now tell you. So based on that, you now you package, put all your everything you use to get those goods together. and then, put a general price. But before you put that price, try and find out the stores that are selling, how much are they selling, so that you don't even if you're selling to stores, you want to sell to them at a cheaper price so that they can put their own price and sell. So it's very important that you find the right pricing before you begin to send products outside. If you're also doing large scale exports, it's still the same thing. You find out where you're buying those things from. What will it take to ship it to you, move it to you? Because maybe you're here trying to buy maize, and it's being sold in Kaduna. You have to load a truck, send it to yourself. Maybe you're in Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, or wherever. You have to load a truck, send it to yourself there. So the price of all of that will be there. If you went to verify the thing, if you travel to verify, you put your hotel bill, your travel expenses, put everything together, and then by the time you're packaging in bags, in pallets, in cartons, by the time you're packaging and then weighing, by the time you weigh one, if you're weighing each in 100 ton, 1 ton, which is 1,000 kg, you will weigh 1,000 kg. This 1,000 kg, by the time you put everything together, you divide it and find out how much 1,000 kg would have cost. If the whole cost is like 3 million and you're sending to the person 6 tons is 6,000 kg. So you divide the 3 million by 6,000, and then you find out what 1 ton will cost. Do you understand? If you divide it by, if you're sending it in tons, 6 tons, and you bought it with like 3 million, you divide it by 6. That will give you 1,000 kg. If you divide it by 6, that means the cost price you have is for 1,000 kg. That is 1 ton. That is now the price you will use to quote. So if you divide it by 6, if it's 3 million and you divide it by 6, it's like 500,000 for one ton. So when it's now 500,000, of course you would have put your costs and everything. You now ask yourself, how much profit am I going to make on this? You can now say I'm putting 100%, 200%, 300%, 50%, depending on. But where you're going to go and find prices